So this video is specifically for possible new agents getting into insurance sales or new agents that are having or think they may experience difficulty dealing with objections related to the pandemic, whether you're trying to get in the door, set an appointment, or close a deal. And what I'm going to do in this video is give you my script, my advice on how to handle the most common pandemic-related objections. My name is David Duford, owner of Duford Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell final expense, Medicare, and annuities face-to-face and over the phone. So the purpose of this video is to really give you some context on how to deal with some of these newfound objections we're experiencing with the coronavirus pandemic in full effect. And that specifically is, how do you deal with some of these objections? Are they something that's real, or is it something that you can overcome? So I'm going to give you a couple of ways that you can handle these and what you can say to overcome them. So the good news right now at the filming of this video, this is something that you should be able to overcome with a good script and a good preliminary setup. We are not in a phase of the pandemic now to where there's no information, people are scared because there's no context. The thing has gone on long enough that most people, when they object to this, it's a knee-jerk objection that, given the right circumstance where you provide the right variables in the favor of the client, they will see you anyway face-to-face or over the phone, of course. So again, and this is probably more of a phone or a face-to-face type of objection, so again, we'll focus more on that. So let's say you're calling over the phone and somebody says, oh, I don't want, and you're setting an appointment, and they say, oh, I don't visit anybody or have strangers over because of the pandemic. What do you say to that? What you say to that is, hey, that's fine, Mrs. Jones. We can meet out on the porch. I'll make sure to wear a mask and definitely keep our social distance. All I need is 5 to 10 minutes to show you how this information works. What you do with it's up to you. Can I come over at 2 o'clock, or would 10 be better? So let's break down that script real quick so you know exactly how to handle that. First of all, you acknowledge the client's objection by saying it's okay. The next step is to offer a quick solution, not to go and expand too detailed on it, but offer some alternatives to make it not a big deal. So for example, hey, that's fine, Mrs. Jones. I'll bring a mask. We'll sit out on the porch if you prefer, and I'll make sure to keep social distancing. You're answering the objection, I don't want to deal with this potential risk for a pandemic, by offering some reasonable solutions. And again, these are reasonable solutions because this is things that your prospect's doing, you're doing too as well. And this is now the new norm, I would say. So this shouldn't be something to be a real objection. The next set of scripting is something that we always insert in every appointment setting script or door knocking script, which is we conceptually are trying to sell the appointment. We're not trying to sell the product. We're selling the appointment. Okay, and what do I mean by that? What she's really objecting to, your prospect, is not coronavirus. It's a resistance to have a salesperson over, or the time it takes to do this, the probable likelihood they're going to be in a sales circumstance. It's buyer's resistance, okay? So you have to sell against that and make it sound easy. It's no big deal. You're a nice person, and then close. So how it sounds is something like this. All I need, Mrs. Jones, is 5 minutes to show you how this works, and whatever you do with it is up to you, and wondered if I could come at 10 or would 2 be better. The close, by the way, at the end is an alternative close. I don't ask a yes or no question. I ask a yes or a yes question. So would 10 o'clock or 2 work better for you? And I give specific times, not morning or afternoons, because I think it's better for a client to commit when you offer specificity versus generality. If I say morning or afternoon, they may think afternoon ends at 3 or 4, when I might think I'll work up till 8. And then they may go to the doctor's at 11 and then not be back till 3 and say, oh, I can't do anything all day. So I'd rather just say 10 to 2, and if they say it doesn't work, well, okay, I work late tomorrow. How about 4 o'clock, or would 7 o'clock work better? Whatever the numbers are is fine. That's how I handle that. And again, what you'll find is if there is an interest level in the client, they'll be okay with that. Don't let the pandemic, by the way, be an obstacle for business. People are seeing face-to-face prospects all day long. They bring masks, they bring everything with them, and they make it tenable. Now, what do you do if you're door knocking and you experience the same objection? So the first thing I would recommend is to make sure you have a mask handy. Make sure you also carry some kind of pocket-size hand sanitizer. And if somebody answers the door and says the same objection, then what I would say is, hey, is basically the same thing. Hey, that's fine. I've got my mask here. Let me give you this. I got hand sanitizer. You know, I definitely respect social distancing. If you prefer, we can sit out here on the porch. All I need is 5 or 10 minutes, Mrs. Jones, to deliver this information you requested. What you do with it's up to you. So would you like to sit outside the porch or can I come in? Okay. So same kind of close there, right? So should I sit out in the porch with you or come in? Which of those options is better? Yes or yes, right? So same psychology here as the appointment setting process as well. Now you shouldn't experience, and once you're inside the house delivering a presentation, you really shouldn't experience any coronavirus objections. If anything, you should actually get more people interested in buying now. Pandemic risks are health risks or are death risks. And the business we're in is in death and managing disease and health. So what we sell, health insurance, Medicare, final expense, these are all products that are heightened in awareness and interest because of the pandemic. So it's unlikely you should experience any objections. Well, I'm not going to buy death insurance even though I need it because of the pandemic. Nobody's going to say that, right? Doesn't make any sense. So if you do experience that in the home, you're either selling to people who are young and out of work, or you're not selling well enough and there's something you need to diagnose and fix in your sales process. So bottom line, pandemic objections aren't real. Don't treat them as much. Think of them just as any other objection. It is a resistance to seeing you in person, and you just need to sell the appointment after you briefly answer the objection. Hope you enjoyed the sales training tip. I hope it helps you get into more doors and get more results. If you're interested in videos like this and you want to have other objections maybe you want me to cover, list them below. I'll be happy to create videos custom tailored around your suggestions. If you're interested in selling final expense, whether you want to do it over the phone or face-to-face, check out my website, daviddufour.com. Click the FAQ button in the menu to learn more how my agency works, to see if it's a good fit. And otherwise, thanks for your time today. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Y'all take care. Bye.